interaction, conveys the meaning, and it totally shows that you can boil a softball egg in cardboard. Another thing that happened with Arduino is that we came to realize we were the first successful open source hardware business. We never intended to be a business, okay? I want to make this very clear. We wanted to be a foundation, but we realized that being a 5-people operation, it was really hard to be a foundation. We would spend the little money we were making into paying a secretary and a president instead of, trying to pay our flight tickets to meet up and build more things. So at some point, people started to ask, okay, how would it be to make this idea of like giving away this design of the hardware available for everybody else? So a bunch of people got together and created the open source hardware definition. And a bit later on, the CERN Institute in Switzerland helped creating the open source hardware license that is available now. So if you want to make anything hardware, you can make it as free as you can make software. Okay, just keep it in mind. So I have a lot of other things, but I want to open the floor for questions.
And actually, David, I think that we're going to take the questions over there and get Ralph ready.
Okay.
Because we're running a little late, and we do have a talk from IBM in Vermont, we cannot move. Mm-hmm. So I think that if you take the questions over there and we install Rolf.
Yeah, sure. Over there, out.
Over by Tiffany.
Okay.
I think, have you two met?
How do we take the questions by Tiffany?
Just go
I sit there.
Yeah. Or you sit with Tiffany, not to move you, but just here, because then we can install Rolf.
Okay. I want to be in front of the speaker.
Because you can handle every question yourself. You're so used to it.
Yeah.
You don't need me at all.
Any questions? It's now or never, guys. I'm going to run away. Oh, I should probably turn my computer off, right?
So, if you install this one.
Microphone is not on. Okay, now it's on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hello. Hello. I didn't know. Be okay. Oh, wishes later. Yeah, I'm a teacher at high school. I'm a leader in my department when it comes to technology, and I wonder what kind of students would you like at the university? What do you want to? I'm about to introduce Arduino and laser cutters and all this stuff. We're doing it as we speak. What would you like your students that comes into university to know, or to, what's the most important aspect?
I want them to be happy. I mean, no, seriously. I mean, when I made it to university, I had to take extra math courses and extra physics courses and extra drawing courses because university was so hard. The university was not at the level at which the high school students were prepared. So I had to take extra courses outside school to get ready. And I was going to one of the best schools in town. I think that's the wrong mindset. I think university needs to get adjusted to the level that society works. I think that as university, I think that we have to help you so that you and us can understand how the kids are ready, how ready they are, so we can help them. But to me, it's more important at this point that the kids know how to read and write, because that's something we're facing. I mean, okay, I might not speak Swedish, but I understand when a student is really bad in writing Swedish, and I see this every day. So to me, it's more important that they are well prepared on that regard, that they know about how to make a program, And again, if they know how to read and write, and they know how to program, is twice as good. That's my concern.
So that almost sounds like you don't suggest us to use Arduino at high school level.
I mean, I'm not selling you Arduino. We're talking now about high school education. So, my heart is divided because I'm a university teacher here, and I deal with this all the time. We see kids coming, and we're seeing their skills many times. And we don't blame either the teachers or the students, but we see that the system is really having some flaws, and I think we all need to work together. And I'm really happy that you and the Swedish system and the Italian system and the Spanish system and I've been working with high schools since 2006 in Argentina, Spain, all over the place, helping people to bring these things in. But this is just about helping people to understand that digital technology makes part of our everyday life. But I think we shouldn't forget about other skills that are also important. And when you say what I think the kids should know, if they know how to program, that's beautiful. Whatever language, I don't care. If they use Arduino, fine. If they use something else, whatever. But programming is so basic in our lives nowadays.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Before I leave the mic and sing something. How do we get women more interested in design, in technology, in studying, in choosing technology programs at high school level, at university level? How do we get them? We need more.
Definitely not making things pink. I will just say this because it's a common mistake among all of us. But the gender discussion is a very important discussion when it comes to this. And I think first we need to face one thing, and it's like society is built in a certain way, and we teachers are just one part of those kids' everyday interactions. And then they have their homes and they have their friends. And for example, I never taught my kid about the color pink. I never told my kid about Barbie. She has 5 Barbies. She loves pink. And so this basically means that they get this from everybody else. And it also means that this concept this issue that tech is made for men, well, I'm not so sure of that. But I'm really sure of one thing. It's like girls are not introduced to tech the same way, and you're right on that. And how we can make it better? Well, from our side, we try to approach the issue from many points of view. For example, since 2007, I had this one slide that said, I hate robots. Because robotics is understood as a very good way of introducing technology to kids. But what I see in the robotics classes is that 90% of the kids are boys. And I try to do other things that were interesting. Try to build other systems, try to make a different type of software that is more appealing to different interests. I'm not even saying genders, I'm saying different interests, and that's very important. For example, I make music instruments, we make wearable devices. There's been a European experiment, for example, called EduWare, trying to analyze how to make wearable devices and teach the kids how they can make their own handbags and add sensors to the handbags. And that was very successful with both boys and girls, for example. So I think there is other things that can be done that are more appealing to a bigger spectrum of kids. And see that I'm very careful. I try not to talk about boys and girls. I really try. It's really hard.
Okay, guys, we can't have any more questions. You have to hunt David down, and he's
Thank
a
you.
fast runner. Let's give him a big hand.